Everybody, I'm Invisiblekatana, and I am starting up a comic review month because this month we are officially getting free comic book day back. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with it, typically it is the first weekend in May for very obvious reasons. We did not have it last year, and also for obvious reasons, they moved it from May to August of this year just to be sure. So it is August 14th this year of 2021. I don't know, you might be watching this super late, but just in case. August 14th, 2021 is free comic book day, so put it in your calendars. You got some time if you're watching this, the day I released it, which is of course August 1st. You guys can put it in your calendar. Make sure you go out, get some free comic books, support your local comic book stores. If you didn't know, comic book stores actually pay for the free comic book day comics that they give out, so they're technically what are known as lost leaders. They give them out for free. So make sure you buy something, get some trinkets, get some nerdy little things, figure out what comics are, out that you might like, and just pick some stuff up, support your local comic book stores. But in order to celebrate the return of Free Comic Book Day, I wanted to do a comic review month because it's a great excuse for me to finally read all of the comics that I've had for years now, which typically I end up picking up during Free Comic Book Day, and then they just sit there looking real pretty on my shelf, and I never effing read them. So I decided it's a great excuse to do it. Free Comic Book Day is coming back. Why not make it a comic book month on my channel? So we're going to be kicking things off with The Walking Dead Compendium 1. I've actually read this. In this review, you can already check out as soon as you leave this. You can go right over to that. It's a fairly long one, and it's not much of a review. It's more of just like talking about The Walking Dead, book one, because it's been a long time since I read it. There's a lot to talk about, so it's a fairly long video. I'll just warn you guys now. There's like a little hint at some of the notes I have. So it was a super long video just going through it, reliving the series, because I read this first one a super long time ago. I've read through 1, 2, and 3 of the compendium, but I have not finished the series. I have one more book to read, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going to do it for Comic Book Month, I'm going to reread all of The Walking Dead, and then I'm going to finally finish the actual series with book 4. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm going to be rereading the entire series and doing videos for each one. I might do a full series review since everything will pretty much be fresh in my head and I'll have all my notes. I might actually do like a final video just talking about the series from beginning to end. There's lots of comparisons to the TV show because I did watch the show before I got into the comic. So that's another reason the reviews are long, because it's just comparing and contrasting how the characters are so different and things that happen. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. It is very long, like I said. I'm just warning you now. Maybe throw some spooky music on in the background and just check out a super long video discussion about The Walking Dead Book 1. I will also be doing Scott Pilgrim, as this shirt references, even though it's the boys. That's kind of the point of the reference. I don't have the boys. I'm basically only doing comics that I already own. But feel free to suggest anything that you want, because I got a list. Got a list of anime, got a list of games. I got a list of comics already. You can add to the list. It's fine. So definitely let me know if there's some stuff that I should be checking out. But we're gonna have Scott Pilgrim. We got Simpsons Futurama crossover. We have Paper Girls Book 1. I'm gonna be doing as well. I have the Django Unchained. For those of you who remember that movie, Django has a comic, and it is Django meets Zorro. Never read that one either. Bought it, thought it was super sweet, and I just never read it. So lots of reviews coming up for the month. Every weekend, that's my upload schedule. I upload on the weekend. So every weekend you guys will see a new review pop up, probably multiples. Once I get through this, I think I'll be flying through. I should have started with Scott Pilgrim because the books are so much smaller. It takes a long time to get through like this giant book, and they're all this big. So I was like, I should have started with like Scott Pilgrim, and I would have had more videos out already, or at least done. But I'll be getting through them. So every weekend you'll see a new review pop up. Most likely you'll see multiple. So as I get through The Walking Dead, then I'll start pumping out each video for Scott Pilgrim and stuff like that, or however I end up reading them in whatever order. They'll be pumping them out, or I'll be pumping them out. I said they'll. I'll be pumping them out, and then by the end of the month, I will also be doing a Free Comic Book Day video, which who knows how that's gonna go. But I plan on going out at least with my girlfriend. We might, excuse me, we might take the kids out. Who the F knows? We got 2 kids. Who wants to deal with that, So we might just ditch them and just go buy comics and be giant nerds. So who knows how that video is really going to play out. But hopefully by the end of the month, I'll have just like, a simple Free Comic Book Day video out. And you guys can check that out at the end of the month. But until then, I will just be popping out reviews for, the comics that I mentioned here. If I happen to have something that I already forgot, I'll be talking about that as well. I do have a few old comic book reviews you guys can check out. I think I did issues 1 through 3 of the Back to the Future comic. Maybe I'll end up picking that up during Free Comic Book Day because I never actually finished it, but I would like to just get the full collection because I love Back to the Future. So I might do that, and that could, possibly show up at the end of the month. Who knows? I'm not saying it will, but it might, depending on how, expensive it is and if I got the extra money. So I got some old reviews you guys can check out there. Also, The Last Ronin. I've been losing my mind over that story, so you can check out the first 3 issues because that's all we have out right now. So you guys can check that out, my reviews for each of those. And like I said, if you guys have any comics that I should be checking out, anything that you think I should kind of put on the list, definitely let me know. Saga is on the list. Honestly, I'm paused on it because I know it hasn't finished yet, and it's a super long series, so I don't really want to get into it until they decide that they're going to come back and actually finish the story out. So I've kind of waited on that one, and the same with, not the Umbrella Academy. Not Assassination Classroom, that's an anime. Whatever the assassin one was, it had a TV show. It had like one season, unfortunately, of a show on Sci-Fi. I can't think of the name of it, but it involves assassins. Maybe it's Assassination Classroom. I can't remember the name. I think that's the anime. But there's an assassination something. I can't think of what it's called. But I thought it was super cool, and I really liked the story. But I found out that they haven't finished it yet, and it's been like a super long time since they finished it. So I was just like, I'll just wait till it's done, and I'll just get the books. It's also super expensive to get book one of that comic now, and that was really the main reason I was like, I can't actually get book one, and unless it's like really, really expensive. So I'll probably just wait until they actually finish it, and then I'll figure it out later. But either way, that's where things are now. Just wanted to make this announcement to let you guys know that there will be quite a few comic book reviews I'll be doing. Like I said, individual reviews for each comic, and I probably will do like an overall series review for The Walking Dead as well as Scott Pilgrim. So definitely check those out when they come up. Like I said, any suggestions as far as comics that should go on the list, anything I need to be checking out, definitely let me know. I know that Star Wars is doing some really epic stuff. They have been for years, and I just haven't read any of that stuff. I don't know how that's going to work. It's just comic books are expensive, and I already buy expensive things. So, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. But thanks for checking this out. If you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below. And, of course, thanks for watching.